Hey folks, welcome to another DAX update from Charting Star. I'm Joe. It's Sunday, the 4th of September. And I usually don't do this, but I deleted my last update about DAX from Friday afternoon because we had a quite large drop after hours. And I still think we're gonna bounce at DAX, but not as much what I thought. And we probably run into Monday a little bit lower and gonna make a new low before we bounce again. And I also take into account the US markets. I'm very bearish on them, and overall I see like a 20 up to a 25% decline into September, into the end of October actually. And I don't think DAX is just standing aside and won't participate in that. And we are going to start with, let me see, that Wither wave I was showing on Friday. I didn't post this one at all because I thought after that move up here we are basically we have a follow through day. I mentioned that, and we had that big green bar on the daily on the cash market, and then it started basically at 6 o'clock and they started dropping very intense all the way down to 12,633, and then it rebounded here a little bit. Nevertheless, I think, of course, that drop here was triggered by a news because of that gas pipeline. And it might come up here as fast as it came down once they fix that oil leak. And so keep that in mind. And one more thing I wanted to show you is that seasonal pattern you see here. It's a chart from Dimitri Speck from seasonalcharts.com, and this one here, I was showing that like 3 months ago already, and it concerns DAX in the year of the midterm elections. And this is data apparently from 1958 all the way to 2010. And as you can see, you see even here a high in the middle of August, which we had. And then you see a quite dramatic drop into September, early mid-October. And that is actually also my outlook for the US markets. That seasonal pattern seems to work out. And let's hop into my 4-hour time frame here. These are just basic Fibonacci's. I won't explain how these works, but there might be a drop into the 12, 410, 484 area at the beginning of next week, and then there should be a dead cat bounce into one of the retracements of that leg down. I'm pretty sure we're gonna retest at least these lows or undershoot those. As I said, that 410, 484 area is very interesting to me for Monday or even Tuesday. And that 4-hour time frame chart here on the cash market is kind of useless now because we closed right at the top here at 1351, but we went all the way down here to 650 somewhere in there. So we had that reversal bullish island here at the bottom, but I think we're gonna take that out on Monday or Tuesday. That would fit to, well, I don't want to say too much because if we do it fast on Monday morning, it would still qualify for the low down here. But on the daily, we actually have a different cycle, which suggests a low on the 6th of September, I believe it was. And that would actually fit even better. So I wouldn't pay too much attention on this one here right now. But we're gonna start. We're gonna continue with that chart here. Here you see that trend line connecting the low of the 5th and the 14th. It's a daily chart here, by the way. And we just went underneath and we closed underneath. And then there was that follow-through day. And now we are somewhere here, basically where that trend line is. And also where that trend line comes from the top. And here you see that cycle I was just mentioning. It suggests a low, that's this new one, that brownish one, on the 6th of September. And it would be really nice if we make a new low by tomorrow or Tuesday and then we bounce. And then we have to see how far we bounce, but I think it will only be a bounce into Thursday or even Friday. By the way, Powell speaks on Thursday just before the US markets open, so have that in mind. That might cause some violent moves again. And here's that other 4-hour time frame based on the cash market. I was showing that channel on Twitter. It had these two confirmations up here. We had like 2 days touching that upper trend line, and then we had 1, 2, 3 confirmations of our lower trend line, so that makes it a confirmed channel. And what happens to these channels if they break either to the up or downside? They like to duplicate that whole length in here to the up or downside, to whichever side they break. And let's say if they break somewhere here, there is a good opportunity that we run all the way down to 11,400, 500, somewhere into that area. And once I show you this daily chart here, it's a so-called descending triangle, had 2 confirmations on the bottom and these 3 touches on the upside. And the statistical targets, actually they fit quite well into my little mini crash scenario. The statistical target is around 10,515 and the 100% target is at 8,589. And there might be that first drop in September into that 38.2 retracement, and then there might be a bounce to that horizontal line of that triangle, or not even that high, and then there might be another drop into that 10,500 area at the end of October. And this is my weekly. What you see here is the beginning of March, that low, and I called out that low very accurately with that big red cycle here, which runs, by the way, for the last 5 to 6 years quite accurately. And as you can see, we tested that low twice on a weekly basis, and then we came up again. And once these lows break, just concerning that big cycle, it's turning bearish, and that's what happened with that last cycle here as well. And it turned bearish. We started that cycle over here, and it broke here, or actually quite early, but actually that moved to the downside, and we have, like, time-wise, pretty much the same length left to that low. It broke quite late at the mid-Feb, or actually the last 10 days of February, and then we declined into the 7th of March. And we might see that again once these lows break. So we probably make another low early this week and come up again, but I'm pretty sure at the end of September we're gonna make a new low, and then that cycle turned bearish, and usually then we see even a larger drop into October, because this one here suggests a low at the week of the 24th of October, so it's the last week of October for a major bottom, and then there might be a nice buying opportunity, but we are not that far yet. That's just my personal opinion. What's going to happen on the larger time frame. So if you liked that video, I hope you enjoyed this one. Give me a thumb up or subscribe my channel. I see you on Twitter next week, and I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching.